Today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the final steps in the process of registration. So that means we're going to talk about how to complete a worksheet, what classes are required for grade level and how to know and come to find that information. And then also we're going to talk through where do I find the directions on how to go through the process of registering once the window is open.
And by the way, welcome back to Compass. The first thing I'm going to ask you to do is go to the website ohs-reg-guide.weebly.com.
The reason that I'm showing you the website right now is I want you to make sure that you have a place that you can go to for information. There's a lot of questions around registration that you'll have. There's also, different documents, the registration guide, the worksheets, the grade level checklist as well. So the website acts as a place to hold all of that information. So if you go to the home page and scroll across the top on the tabs, you'll notice that there's a link to a resources page where you'll find that information. We've also linked the 9th grade presentation in case you missed that or you wanted more information about what counselors have presented in terms of requirements for graduation, as well as a presentation that accompanies that. So like a slide deck, as well as a video recording of that particular presentation. You'll also find directions on how to register offered in English, Spanish, and Somali. So it's a great place for resources when you have questions and you want to do some digging yourself.
All right, once you've downloaded the worksheet, notice that this is an editable document, so put your cursor over the text box and start filling it in. Each empty space on the registration guide that you see will highlight in purple. Those are areas that you can fill in with text. You can see that in the requested alternates as well. On the back side, you'll notice that the checklist that lists the course number and the course name, the lines next to the courses as you're looking around and making selections, you can also check those off as well. You can check them and uncheck them. So you can use this as a tool as you're planning and deciding on which courses you would like to explore. And also check out in the Reg Guide. As you start making selections, you can flip back and forth between the front and back of the document to find the course number and course titles to input into your worksheet. Now remember, the requested core course names will be listed for you already, and all you have to do is make a selection on which courses you'd like to take, and remember the subtotal of those credits should be listed in the gray boxes, and you want to register for 8 credits, and then you want to pick at least 6 alternate courses. Trying to find a selection of both semester and quarter credit classes to place in those alternate areas. Do remember to fill out the credit value just so you can track that, and notice that the credit value is listed next to the course title on the back side of the page. Now that you know about how to fill out the grade level worksheets and where to find them, probably wondering about
what are those requirements for grade level. I'll try to mix in a little bit of a discussion around what are some options that you should be considering with different grade levels. For example, AP courses and concurrent enrollment like college in the schools, and also PSEO. So let's get started.
One of the things we haven't talked about yet is the graduation checklist. The graduation checklist is a list of classes that you need to take in order to graduate. So it's kind of your graduation course requirements. You'll notice at the top here that there is 7 credits that are a minimum that you should be earning every year to get to that magic number 28. You need 28 credits to graduate. And each year you have the option of, accruing 8 credits, each year. And like I said, the minimum is 7. How things lay out, you can see down here in the bottom of the document, it lists the number of language arts courses that you need to take, social studies, science, math. Within the core curriculum, you'll find these tables under the core areas like language arts, science, social studies, and math. And what you'll see is that they have a sequence of courses that they recommend students take. All of our students, our goal is to have you college and career ready. And so you can see that top line are the courses that are recommended for college and career. If you were looking at a more selective school, you can see that we have a list of other courses that prepare you for things like AP classes or college in the schools or PSEO. So if you're a student who's in 9th grade this year and looking to take more AP classes, this is a time to start thinking that through. Have you taken any enriched classes? If you haven't, this might be an opportunity to do that. You'll also notice on the registration worksheet, there's a space for teacher recommendations. Now that's a good place for you to connect with teachers while you're in the process of, writing down courses and collecting ideas for what classes you're going to take next year. Have a conversation with your teacher. Ask them, for example, is this something, that I'm prepared for? And if the answer is yes, then, if you can feel pretty confident registering for that. If your instructor says no, then the question is, what can I do to prepare myself better so that I am ready to take these courses? It's quite possible that many of you are thinking about taking AP, college in the schools, or PSEO classes this upcoming year. Some of you probably know everything there is to know about that, and some of you may have no idea the differences, but there are quite a few differences between these different offerings. Now, a lot of us know that they can lead towards getting college credit while you're still in high school, and that's true. But here are some of the differences. AP is a type of course that is rigorous, but it leads towards an exam, and that exam, passing that exam, is what can create that college credit. Now, not all students that take AP take these AP exams, but the classes prepare you to be able to successfully complete the exam itself, the AP test. Concurrent enrollment courses are classes that are taught within the school. That's why we call it college in the schools, because our teachers teach the college class, and the credit that you get is granted by our teachers, but it is also granted by the institution that you're enrolled in. So when we say concurrent enrollment, it means that you're enrolled at OHS, but you're also enrolled at, for example, MSU or Riverland. And the classes that you are taking, you have to be registered through that university. So there are criteria that you have to make, that you have to fit in order to get those credits. So number one, you have to pass the class, but you also, to be able to be eligible, you have to meet certain criteria. And other thing to consider is those classes then end up on your transcript. So if you're ready to take a college level class and you've taken some of these enriched and AP classes that have led you to prepare for that, that's a great cost savings, because then you can take classes before you get to college and start building up some of those credits. So you'll notice in the registration guide that you will see not only the OHS credit, but also the university that offers it and the credit amount that you would receive on successful completion. Now PSEO, that's different. In terms of PSEO, this is something that you want to work really closely with your counselor on, because you would be taking a class at a university, not with a professor here. You would be a professor at the university that you're working with. And the important thing there is you need to make sure that whatever classes that you're taking align in some way with the graduation requirements that you have here at OHS. So if you go to take a class that is very interesting and offered there but does not meet the graduation requirements here, it will just be an elective class. So students might find that they have to work really closely with counselors to make sure that those courses that they are selecting benefit them and help them reach those graduation milestones. PSEO students still need to register at OHS. There may be classes that don't run at that university. There may be classes that just don't work out. So you still need to have a full schedule here. So register for a full load of courses, even if you know that you will most likely be taking some classes PSEO. All right, so we've talked through the grade level worksheets, requirements for graduation. One last thing, that's registering for courses. But don't worry, this will be quick. Go to the website and under resources, you'll find a tab called registration support. Within that page, you'll find 2 step-by-step videos of adding courses and removing courses. As well as step-by-step directions through the process of adding, removing courses, and completing registration. So this time, I'm going to have you do this on your own instead of walking you through it, because there's already videos and written directions to guide you along the way. Good luck! We have one more Compass meeting left, and that's February 24th. Within that meeting, we will answer questions, review how to register, and teach you how to submit proof of your registration completion. Remember, the registration window opens on the 22nd, so if you want to get a head start, go ahead.